anything is specific that you wanted to discuss, please let me know either by just coming in or or writing in the chat.
Hello, hi Mohammed. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Hi. I've been trying to download my logbook for 1 week at the moment. I don't know if it's a technical issue from the site itself or I'm doing something wrong. So we need a SAC indicative number, we need a consolidation sheet, and we need the actual logbook, right?
Yes, yeah. So
and we need the and we need the logbook from each hospital we worked in, and then a summary and a sum logbook from the whole 6 years.
Okay, what I will do is let me just log into.
Hello? Hello? Can someone hear me?
I think he cut off.
Oh, he got off. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, let's wait for him. So, has anyone faced that issue about that logbook? Because for somehow I cannot apply filter on the logbook itself. I can download a consolidation. I can download a SAC indicative number. I can download the logbook without any filters. But on applying a filter, I face a lot of trouble in that for the whole logbook, not for the SAC or the consolidation.
Sorry, I think I logged out by mistake.
Welcome back.
Yeah. So okay, let me first what I will do. I will try to show you what I submitted for my application. Maybe this will make it a bit more clear, and then I'll show you how to do it through the Elogbook website. So logbook. Okay. So now I will just share my screen and share my screen. Let's turn this on. Okay, can you see my screen now? Hello?
Yeah, we can see the screen. Yep.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, so basically let's minimize that. So this is what I submitted against logbook. Okay, so these 5 files. I worked in 2 hospitals, or more than that, but the evidence I submitted came from two hospitals for the 6 years. Okay, so basically it should be the e-logbook, as you all know, should come into the last 6 years from the date of your submission. So my initial submission was when was it? Was like the end of July 2024. So basically so I could submit evidence up to 1st of August 2018. I submitted from 11th of November 2018 because this is basically because before that I was in Egypt, so I didn't want to go through like getting stuff from another country, and also I had the numbers from these 6 years to cover, so I didn't need. So basically you can. So my first advice is basically, if you're still starting, is your process is basically to calculate, like, let's say, for example, your rough, if you plan to submit your application, for example, like 1st of January 2026, then or 2027, to make it more realistic. So if you say like you plan to submit your application 1st of June 2026, okay, then work backward from that date, 6 years, and then generate a logbook for yourself and see what you are missing, because this will allow you to more realistically know what you are missing, rather than counting backward from today, and then by the time you submit your application, you are missing more numbers. I hope this point is clear. So so that's the first thing I would do. What I submitted is basically, so you need to submit three reports from Elogbook plus the endoscopy logbook. Okay. So let's start by the endoscopy logbook because this is the easier one. So you can go to JITS and then you can, this is basically how it is. So this is how I submitted it. Okay, I generated like a PDF report, summary report. All it matters is just at that time it's to say that it had more than 200. Okay. You can use evidence from outside the UK. I know people who used endoscopy from India and it worked for them. For me, it all came from the, so this is the most important. So basically, it has to come within the 6 years, and you should have more than 200. Okay. It doesn't matter any KPIs or anything. It doesn't. This is not required for the purpose of CESR or portfolio pathway. It's just this is for JAG. But all you need is that logbook to say you have more than 200 colonoscopy. Okay. Any questions so far? Is this clear? Before I move to the
We
next
can
one.
use Elogbook, right? We can use Elogbook. It's okay.
You can use whatever. I just used the JAG because I was here in the UK and this had everything I needed. So all you need is obviously if you use JAG, you don't require verification as such because that's all I submitted and then from the website and it was accepted. But you just need a logbook which has more than 200. I think if you submit from another website or from outside UK, you probably will be asked for some form of verification. Obviously, this also like was part of my verification pro forma. So my consultant had a look at this and they said that this is legitimate. So this will be part of the verification. Um, so second thing that you need to in terms of like operation numbers. Okay, so first you need to submit a logbook, and it has to be one logbook for each hospital. Okay, so this is the first one. So this is for my first hospital. So I submitted like full logbook from Kettering Hospital, and this is the period I worked in that hospital. Uh, if, if I open it, though, basically, if you try, because I worked there for more than 3 years, if you try to download a report for more than 3 years, it doesn't allow you. So you have to do it on two steps. So that's what I did. I did one for from 11th of November 2018 to November 2021. And I created this index and tried to just to make it clear for them what I'm submitting. Um, and basically, this had 674 operation in this first 3 years, and then I made the dates from to for the rest of the time I spent in this hospital, 11th of November to May 2023. And I also added, so total numbers from this hospital were 1,010 operations. And then so basically that's what it's like. I think it's always good practice, whatever you submit generally in CESR, if you make a similar index like this, to make life easier for the assessor. Okay, if you make their life easier, this will help you. You are helping yourself. So this is the first one here, 674 again. So this is page 2, page 45. Then if we go to page 45, this would be the second logbook. Okay. So and this is how it was. You don't need any signature to verify it. Try to avoid adding notes. It's because basically it's not required and it's not necessary, and it might catch you on. So basically, all you need is so as you see, it's not verified by. So you need just a part of it. It will be part of your verification performer. So basically, what you need is date of the operation, patient age, operation. Everything counts if you are assisting, not assisting, whatever. So and all of that. So That's how it is. I will show you later when we go to Elogbook website how to generate this logbook. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you. Was this is which index did you choose? Was this the order by frequency?
No, I will show you once we come to that. I'm just now
Okay.
showing you what I submitted. I will log into the Elogbook website, and then we'll show like exactly what was how to do it. Okay, but this is just showing you an example how it should look. Okay. Um, Anything not clear so far apart from how to do it? We'll go through that later.
Yeah, I got a question about the number.
Yeah, sure.
So, yeah, I came to the UK in the middle of 2022. Before that, I was in Egypt. So, is it mandatory to fill 6 years, or if you fulfill the
No.
number in 3 years?
No, as I showed you, as basically I used only like 5 years and a half or something, so I didn't need to go to use from as long as you show a logbook that you have done the numbers, that's all they need. Okay, as long as you
Okay.
fulfill the criteria, and yeah, so that's how you need. Even they say that if you submit, let's say not 1200 operation, like 1000 operation, and but it's a proper logbook which covers the broad variety. But I wouldn't go there really. I would try to get the 1200 just to save yourself a headache and not to take a risk. But I think that's how I did it. Basically, I didn't use the full 6 years. And obviously, you have to be careful about like now I submitted before the new guidance came out, so but now there is a lot of scrutiny about like one patient, one procedure, one. So be careful about bundling or like unbundling or bundling, whatever they call it. So whatever you do, it's one procedure, and if you have a choice, then choose the one which will count against the the index of procedures. Okay. For example, if you are doing laparotomy and like right hemicolectomy or something, then choose right hemicolectomy. It will count against your number. So, but basically don't use any patient more than once. Even if you are doing web pill or whatever, try to avoid going that way. I think the way they catch you on is basically, for example, I think they will look at the date if you have the same age and similar procedure. So try to avoid that. Okay, so I think that's the only way they catch you on. I don't
Yeah.
know how else they can because there is no patient identifier or anything, but I think they look at the date, and if the patient age is the same, then does it look like it's one procedure that you used. So for example, if you use if here like it says 44, and then laparotomy and lysis of adhesions, then they will know that this is unbundling. So try to avoid that because people get caught now like about this. They are very like scrutinizing it too much now. So this was my first logbook from the first hospital. Then another logbook, same way, but for the other hospital. And again, it had 226. This one was less than 3 years, so that I didn't need to do two like the previous one. But again, this is how you do. Try to avoid adding too much information because it's not necessary. And generally in CESR, if you or portfolio pathway, if you add too much information, which is not required, it doesn't help you, and you might get caught on this. So try to avoid adding notes. Um, this is how I did it for this one. Again, there is no verification here. I didn't ask anyone to sign it. Just I submitted it this way and added it in the verification performer. Okay, so this is the first type of report you need to download from Elogbook, and it has to be one for each hospital. You don't submit one. I submitted also, like in my initial submission, I submitted one for these two combined, like for the full 6 years. But they said this is duplicate evidence. You don't need, so you just need one for each hospital, um, th- with full logbook from each hospital. Okay, so this is the first type of report. Second type of report is this one. This one is for the whole assessment period from 2018 to 2024, and basically this is called Operation Group Report. So basically it had a 12, just above 1200. Okay, and then this is how it looks. Okay, so again, what matters, like it includes everything. It's just a summary of what you submitted in the other logbook. This is how it looks. It has everything, catrix, whatever. Okay. Is that okay? Any questions regarding this one? Shall I go to the next one? Okay. So next, last type of report you need is the SAC indicative one, and this one is very important because basically this is, I think this is the first one they look at. Okay, and basically, again, the same period, you have to be careful about the dates to make sure that you are submitting all the same dates everywhere in the reports. And this is how it comes. So basically, I was submitting in colorectal, so I need the numbers for general surgery. Okay, and basically the first column is what is required. Okay, this is what's required by portfolio pathway. This is what I had, okay, in total, including like assisting and all of that. But obviously, what counts in the indication and in the index procedure is what comes under these four categories. So assisting doesn't count. Okay, in this report only, assisting doesn't count. Okay, so if you look here, for example, they needed 50 index inguinal hernias. I submitted 84 in total, but 14 of them were assisting. They don't count. The 70 is the one which counts. Um, Obviously, I had much more, but just this is how I submitted it.
Sorry, Dr. Muhammad, what was the name of the second report? I just missed its name, the one before the SAC.
So this one is operation group report. Okay. So you need three types of reports: full logbook, one for each hospital, and the operation group report, this one. Okay, again, I will show you how to do it. And the last one is this one, SAC indicative report. Okay. And again, you basically you have to make sure that whatever you have in this third column here, can you see what I'm hovering over? Yeah. So whatever is under this index one, index procedure, that you have more than what is required. So here 70, they needed 50, here 124, and they needed 50, again 71, so and so, yeah. So for everyone, you need to make sure that this number is more than this number. And this is general surgery, again, and colorectal is basically, this is what I had, 34, 71, 35. Prolapse is not required anymore, so you don't need to worry about that.
It's mentioned, Muhammad, anywhere in the guidance about these numbers that as the assistant is not counted.
For the index procedure. So for this report only, so index assisting counts for your full logbook, it counts toward the 1200, okay? And it counts toward the operation group report. It doesn't count in the index procedures.
Okay, so for example, in the index procedure, they need for the hernia, for example, they need 3 hernias signed off, or
No, you are confusing the PBAs for the logbook. So today I'm focusing on the logbook. So what you need to sign is different.
Okay, so for the logbook, you need to have these index number procedures, and the assistant doesn't count.
Yes, yeah. For this report only, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so this is where the arrow is. This is what matters. 84 doesn't matter. 70 is what matters. Okay, and it has to be more than this 51.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what matters. Okay, and depending on what subspecialty, so I had colorectal. You upper GI have different numbers, so you have to look at what subspecialty you are submitting against. Okay.
Simultaneous question. If, for example, I reviewed my logbook and found that there's some operations assisting, that's why the count is less. Can I go back in the e-logbook in the operation itself and I change from assistant to whatever in the grade?
Well, I can't answer that question.
I mean, there's no the e-logbook cannot pick that this has been edited on that day or whatever.
I can't because I'm recording this presentation, so I will share it later with people, so I can't really answer that question. Sorry.
Thank
Yeah, so yeah. So basically that's how you do. So okay, now the anything clear so far, anything not clear until I will go to the sort of the website itself to show how we create each of them. Anything not clear?
All
Can I
clear,
ask you a
Mohammed.
question?
All clear.
Can I ask you a question, Ahmed?
Yeah, sure. Tell me.
Okay. So when you verify these things now, see, sometimes you work in a hospital about 8, 10 years ago. I don't know whether this question has been answered already. So do you verify all at the later part when you're about to submit?
It doesn't count 10 years, only 6 years.
No. Yeah, I'm telling you, sometime, yeah, it's 6 years. So if you work in a hospital 6 years ago, and then
Yeah.
you're submitting that,
Yeah, you need
when
a verification performer from this hospital. And so whatever evidence you are submitting, so if you are submitting, so I submitted, so for example, for me, I was working like first 2 months from that period, like I was in a third hospital. I submitted little evidence from this hospital. I still needed to submit a verification performer. So
yeah, but
whatever hospital you are
when
submitting evidence.
when do you submit that one also along with your application?
Yeah. Every hospital will need a separate verification performer and a
Mm.
verifier from that hospital. And they will be so sometimes when the evidence is minimal, like if you're submitting little evidence from one hospital, for me they didn't contact the verifier from that hospital from the
Mm.
first because I submitted little evidence from that, so they didn't get in touch with that verifier. But obviously, you can't rely on that. You never know. So they sometimes can do, sometimes they don't. So I don't know. But basically, officially, you should have a verification performer for whatever institution you submitted evidence from.
All right. Okay. Thank you. That's fine.
Okay. So now this is the e-logbook. It's not mandatory to submit from e-logbook. You can submit whatever you want, but this is the easiest. This is the best way to do. I found to do it, and also it has like an app on your mobile phone that you can use, and it makes life much easier. So this is how the website looks. So um, let's say I wanted to create the report just to show you how I done that. So the first type of report we mentioned is the full logbook. Okay, so then what I would do is basically first go to filters. Okay, and then basically you need to create a filter. Okay, so for example, I already had it some here that filter CESR, but I will show you how I created that one. So basically you go say new filter, okay, um, and you create, 1 second, I have to create a new one. So basically what I do, yeah, so I did normal. So for this one, I choose extended. For this, you can choose pan specialty and um, a standard procedure. And then you come here, this is operation dates. So for example, here, this is what you would do is basically, this is the start date of the assessment period you chose. For example, let's do one from like, if let's say I'm submitting an application today. So I'd say this one, I would say 20 October 20 6 years would be 2019. Okay, and then finished, so it should be, I would say 19 October 2025. Okay, and then I add report period. Okay, and so this would be my initial filter, and then you say, okay, CESR demo 1. Okay. So then it will save this filter for you. Okay. And then now I go to browse operations. Okay, let's see how. Okay, and then you go down here, and then you choose validation worksheets. Okay, this is for the full log book report. Okay, and then what I do, so untick this. Don't need anything. Keep all this unticked. What you need is you can click. I would do that. Exclude operation notes. Exclude that. And what's important is this one. Okay, use dates for your worksheets. Okay. So I haven't done this for some time now, so I need to. This is a new way. This queue was not there before, so I'll just experiment while add together. So add validation. It's a bit. What is this queue? There is a queue now. Okay, let's see.
You need to select the filter.
Yeah, not for this one. So I will show. So basically, let's see what it created here. So let's see. Sorry, just I haven't used this website for some time, so I will see what report it generated. This has everything. No, this is not that. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so browse operations. Okay. This is a new thing. This queue stuff, it wasn't before. Okay, let's try. Maybe I use CESR demo. Okay. And this has to have the dates. Okay, let's use the one I used for my time. Okay. So this is 20. Bit confusing now. Okay, let's see this one. An option is select a filter to apply to the worksheet. Okay. And this is the second one. It's creating the same one.
I think there's a problem with the site itself. I've emailed them like 2 days ago, and there's an issue with the site, and they're trying to fix it because they cannot apply any filter to the full logbook. You can do it in a consolidation, you can do it in a SAC, but I think there's a problem with the logbook itself, and they're trying to fix it.
Is it? Okay. It
I think so.
it wasn't like this before. What it was like, it basically.
Yeah, I think this changed about 3 or 4 months ago, where you just
Okay.
you just download it and it just comes up straight away. Now you have to go to the queue, to the report queue, and download it again. You put an extra
That's
step.
okay. That's okay. But what I'm trying to say is basically, why is it not allowing me to choose the dates? Usually, when I click this, use dates, then what happens is, like the dates will show up where you can choose from. Okay, I will look into that. Let's see. Okay, maybe we'll go create a filter a different way. So I think a different way to do it is maybe choose the hospital. Okay, so for example, which filter we used. So let's go again, Caesar. Because I used that. Caesar. Demo 1. Okay. Maybe I add hospital here. Okay, I see.
If you mind, because I've been through this as well. So now the problem with that queuing is that they added another step, which is that you have to go to the queue, but then the report takes maybe 5-10 minutes now to go to the queue. Last week it wasn't working, now it is. So I've just tried doing that, and if you go back to your queue, you should find that you a link to download your report now. I think in return, the validation doesn't have to be for 3 years only. You can now download the full period in one file, I think.
Okay. That's what
So
it's doing here for me. Okay. Maybe
so
if,
if you
okay,
go
one
back to your
second.
queue, you should
Yeah.
find a link to be able to download the report you just formed now.
Yeah, that's what I did. This is the one they downloaded. Okay, so it's here. What the problem is basically it's not using the filter I asked it to use here. So that's what I'm doing now. Okay,
Okay.
let's
But
let's do
it can now download the whole
the whole
period, the whole 6
period.
years
Okay,
in one report.
that's easier. Okay, let's go down. Okay, we'll try one more. So basically, I will do CESR demo. Maybe we don't need that validation anymore. Okay, don't need validation status. Okay, so add. So I'm using the filter. I used the dates already. So let's see. So now go to yeah, it comes straight away. So it says waiting here. Okay.
It can usually takes maybe 3 to 5 minutes now.
Oh, really? Okay. I'm
Yeah.
making that make some
Refresh
noise
it now. Refresh it
As
now.
usual,
Refresh the
someone
list.
thought how to
Refresh
make
the list on
these
the upper
people's life
right.
more difficult.
on the upper. Okay, refresh list.
Yep, refresh it.
Okay,
And then, yeah.
that's fine. Okay, so that's the report it created. Hopefully, it can see the filter now. Okay.
No, I don't think the filter. There's an issue with the filter. I've been doing that for a long time.
So why is it getting the whole thing?
They're fixing it. They're fixing the site. I think they're fixing still the site. There's error with the filter, and the
Okay.
part where you have to pick the dates, as you said before, it's not. You cannot apply it. So I think they're still
Okay.
doing some changes there,
I
but
see.
they're delaying our
Okay.
time.
Okay, sorry guys, but okay, this is where you need to create that one, this validation
So,
worksheets. Okay.
so I tried yesterday to download a couple of reports, and I've put sort of a start and an end date for the report period required. And every time I try to download it, it comes up with completely different dates compared to the one that I've chosen. It's usually sort of 2 to 3 weeks back and 2 to 3 weeks ahead. Has
I
anyone
see.
experienced this experience before? Like as if the report would
In a
come
full
with a
logbook or in a SAC?
no, just full logbook.
Full log, no. I experienced it in a SAC, and I found out that one of my patients were from a hospital to a different hospital. That's why it kept doing that error. I found that error with me when doing the consolidation. Sorry, the SAC indicated number or the consolidation. Check up. Make sure that your hospital that you didn't put an error. You didn't put one of the hospital in by mistake in a different time. For
So
example,
what
I
is
worked. For
better?
example,
What is better? Is it to search by the date or to search
yeah.
by
Look
the
at the
hospital name?
date. No, look at that date. For example, I worked in Egypt half of the time in the UK. So, and the half of the time in the UK, I found out that while I was logging my Egyptian cases in the logbook, by mistake, I put in one in the recent cases while I was in the UK. So the logbook came up mixed a bit. See that
No,
date,
no.
you'll find that there's an issue with that patient you have logged in the logbook.
Say for instance, I've worked in Manchester from January 19 to January 22. Is it easier when I try to create a report just to put the date from January 19 to January 22 or search by the hospital, Manchester, or put both filters in? Which is better?
No, I'm not sure, to be honest.
I think I did both filters. So in the filter, I used the dates and the hospital.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
reason I did this because I did some locums in my previous hospital, and
After you left, yeah.
yeah, and then I thought, okay, this will generate a problem, so just avoid it and just make it because they will say, how come they will not. I didn't want any headache really, so I removed these procedures from the
Okay.
logbook.
Just I want to
So
ask you for advice about one thing. It's slightly unrelated since till you try to sort this out. I have an MD from Egypt. Do you think I should just submit the certificate, or do you think I should
Yeah.
add sort of a
Let's
logbook or anything?
Yeah, you can you text me afterwards and then we can discuss it, and just I want to try to
Oh,
keep this as
sure.
focused
Sorry,
as
apologies
possible.
to bother you. Okay,
No, it's
sorry.
okay. Just because I will record this and I want it as useful to people as possible. So I think this, but for just to be clear, so I think there's a problem with the website. So, but this is where you need this your validation worksheets. This is how you create your full log book for each hospital, and you play with the filters and until you get it right. Before it was different like this, as even the still here say you can download from the last 3 years, and but I don't know what's happening now, but this is how it works from here. Okay, so the second type of report, okay, just to save time, so you go to reports now, and basically you choose. So the first type of report is not this one. No, so you can't create that. You have to choose general surgery. Okay, and then it comes two types of reports. So one is the SAC indicative reports, okay, and the operation group report. Okay, let's do this operation group. It's easier. Okay, so then I will go here. Um, See now this filter, because I used pan specialty when I created the filter, so it's not showing here. Okay, so for this I will go back to the filters. Okay, and instead I will make it. I will make a new one. Let's say CESR demo 2, just to okay, and again put extended and general surgery here, and then again put dates. So I think we used which one did we use? Used the 20th of October 2019. This is the start period, and then 19th October 2025. Add report period. Okay, and then I will save it as CESR demo 2. Okay, now it's created. Then I go to reports and then choose, because pan specialty doesn't allow you to create these reports, so you have to go to general surgery, and now it shows up. So listed by operation group report. Then now it shows here. Choose CESR demo 2, and then add. Before it used to just download it. Now you have to do that silly thing. Okay. So then go to this. Okay. So for this operation group report, you just need one report for the full 6 years. Okay. So that's an easy one to do. Do a refresh. No, still not yet. Don't know why they made it this difficult. It's too much easier.
It's gonna be operation validation worksheet from each hospital over the last 6 years, and a
Yes,
single SAC report and a single operation group list report.
correct.
Did I get
Yeah.
this right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, now this, yeah, it's here now. So this is operation group report. Now you go here, okay, then you open it. So yeah, okay, it's working for this report. So now the filter is showing. The dates are what I chose. Okay. Uh, it's different to what I chose because basically I didn't log in any operations between 20th of October to 23rd of October, if you see what I mean. So, but this is the number they needed. So basically you need to make sure that this number is more than 1200. Okay. And then this report is the easiest one. It just like looks like this. Okay. Um, you don't need anything else. So this one is a straightforward one. Okay, you just need to make sure that the number is more than 1200. Okay, so at least something worked. Okay, now I go back for reports to create the last one. Okay, and I choose general surgery again. Then this is the one, SAC. Okay, so for this one, the filter doesn't work. Okay, you need to choose the dates. Okay, so again, I will put the dates. 20th of 2019. This is the start date, and date would be, you have to keep the same dates for all the reports. Okay, you have to be careful about that. Otherwise, the numbers will mix. Okay, and then you can, I don't think extended or normal makes much difference, but I just choose extended usually. And then you click add report. And then you go here, wait for it to cook. This is very silly. It used to be just create. I don't know why they do it this way. Anyway, okay.
Okay, in the application website on the GMC, when you upload the evidence, there is one item for clinical experience logbooks and another one clinical experience consolidation reports. Which
Yeah.
reports I need to upload for the logbooks and which one to upload for the consolidation reports?
So the ones I did for the logbook is I will go back. Let me go back to that thing. So number one, and so 1, 2, 3. If you see here, 1, 2, 3, the one for this hospital, one for this hospital, and this one, the endoscopy one, I put these in the logbook section, and the consolidation ones, I put the other two here.
You are the SAC indicative and the operation group report, yeah?
Yes, yeah, these are the ones.
Okay, thank you very much. You've made it clear now to me.
So let's see.
And then when I need to verify the evidence, so the logbook, for instance, the one from each hospital, I will put one logbook for the hospital I'm verifying to. But then there will be this SAC indicative report and the operation group. It will be overall from more than one hospital. So then I upload the same report and I ask each verifier from each hospital to verify it. How does
No,
this work?
what I did, I put it. I will show you the verification performer for the two hospital. I put it in the most recent one. Just once for that one for the recent hospital to verify, and I don't think they will, because they will verify the full logbook from each hospital, so they know that you have done the numbers. So what I did is basically I will show you the verification performance later, how I
Okay.
did it. This one is taking time for some reason.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, let me show you now while I do that. Okay, so verification here. Okay, so for verification is basically you have to, so I submitted from 3 hospitals. Okay, so this hospital I only submitted evidence for like 2 months. They didn't get in touch with the verifier. And my verifier for this hospital was an associate specialist. So I asked them, is that okay? They said that's fine. So basically, I didn't submit much evidence from here. So maybe that's why they didn't get in touch with them. So only that one. So that's why. So this is for this hospital. If we go back just to focus on the logbook part. So basically, this is for this hospital. So this is the first hospital. So what I submitted is basically logbook here. So I said full logbook, Kettering Hospital from period one, this period, and PDF, and this is the dates, and then how many pages. Okay, so I didn't put anything in consolidation report in this hospital because this I put this in the third hospital, my most recent one. Basically, I use this. So basically here you come logbook. So this is a logbook for Leicester. This is the endoscopy logbook. And then the consolidation reports, both of them, I added them here for as part of the verification. Oh, is that clear? Yeah.
Yeah, thank. Can I just ask you one last thing about the verification while we're here? The first column on the left, you've left it as it is. Do I have to leave it as it is, or can I amend?
Yeah, no, don't amend it. So what they say it clearly, don't change anything. So even if it's, let's say I'm not submitting anything here, I just left it as it is.
Okay.
What you can do is basically sometimes, so if there is something that doesn't fit any of here, I remember what I did. I added like an extra thing. So
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
not sure. I remember I added something extra because it didn't have anything to fit under. So anyway,
Okay, thank you. You've made
yeah,
it clear now. That's
yeah.
fine. Thank you.
So I don't know why this one is taking time. Okay, let's see. Okay. Yeah, anything not clear so far while we are waiting? I hope we covered how it's done. I'm not sure why the first one is it not working. It's a shame really because we could have done it. So yeah, I don't know why it's not working. Maybe let's try this. Give it one more go. Just to see. Ah, no. Well, it's processing. I know maybe this one takes longer because it's an indicative report. I think this is the most important one. Because basically you look and have an idea whether you got the numbers they need or not. So
Mohammed,
yes, yeah.
do you know that the Elogbook is linked to the ISCB, and there is an option on the ISCB that you can download the SAC indicative number and numbers from there.
Yeah. I think it's linked there.
Yeah, does
But
that work? Because
I haven't used it to be honest.
Mm.
I haven't used it. Let's see. Haven't used it.
Thanks.
We'll try while waiting. I haven't used
If you
IC.
click on your portfolio, and then it's the right column, the top one.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try. Time period, because I need to choose.
You can customize it.
Use a custom.
Yeah, you can choose the
Okay.
period.
Let's try. Ah, why is it not? It's not liking. Okay, it's just trying to use the same dates to make it same. Let's go down. How does it download?
Click on go.
I did.
Maybe because there is a problem with the Elogbook, so it's
Service not
it's not generating it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try here. Man, it used to be very nice. I don't know why he made it. This wasn't. I haven't used it for some time. So, but it wasn't like this. You just click on a report and then it generates. I don't know why it's. Okay, maybe let's use that time to do the Shag one. Jets. It's the name of the website. No, this time no. Yeah, you just stop sharing for a second. Sorry. Need to update it. Sorry, just the Jag website is playing up as well. Okay. Cost something is working. Okay, yeah, I know now. Okay, so can you see my screen now?
No.
Okay, let's go back. Now, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. Oh, now it's okay. Let's finish because this one is working now. So that's created this report. Okay, that's the indicative report. Let's download that and then okay. Yeah, again, it's using the same period, so it's good. Okay, and then yes, and then I have to go to general surgery. Has to make the numbers again above what they need. Okay, and then colorectal again. Okay, so this one should be straightforward as well to look at what you need. Now because I think it has this first surgeon thing because I think my job title changed, so that's why it's. But at that time when I submitted mine, it wasn't. So if you are a consultant, I think on the report it asks it can do this, can get this first surgeon thing. Um, anyway, okay. I hope that's clear for the e-logbook before I start endoscopy logbook one. Um, any questions so far? Okay, so the last one is basically for the endoscopy logbook. So let me go first to dashboard. So this is how your JAG website looks. And then you go into endoscopist portfolio, and then you go PDF summary, and then again you choose the period where you want. What this is for 2020. 20 did we use with 2019? And then okay, choose lower and you choose generate. Okay. And then and then you just need the number for like more than 200. Okay, it doesn't matter if you use JAG certified or not. Some people submitted the JAG certificate itself and then they didn't accept it. So it can be as silly as this. Obviously, if you have JAG certificate, this means you did more than required number, but what they need is a logbook. Yeah, okay, let's go back to Right. Okay. I hope this was useful for you guys. Happy to answer any questions if you if you still have any questions or anything not clear. Last thing is the only thing we didn't do is this full logbook, but the site is not allowing me. Actually, let me have a final look because I think we generated one last attempt. This one, which one will be? So let's see if this one worked or not. Yeah, I don't know why it's not using the filter. So if it doesn't use the filter, then the dates will be all mixed. Okay, so that's the only one it doesn't we didn't do, but this is how it should look like. Okay, you have to be careful about age and date and all of that. So okay.
Muhammad, in the JAG report in the colonoscopy,
Hmm.
they just only look at the numbers. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter
it doesn't
assisted,
matter.
not assisted, or whatever. Okay.
No, just a number. Just a number. They don't look into anything. So you don't have to be JAG certified for that for CESR.
Okay.
Any questions, or shall I draw this to a close?
Muhammad, I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you first. Okay, thank you for your time. Thank you for your effort. Have you noticed that sometimes when you download the operative group report, the number is different from your logbook number? I have this problem,
Yeah,
and I
So
don't know how to fix it.
yeah, so I think initially my first submission, I managed to get it right, just right. So the number that like I showed you, every number was exactly the same total
Yeah.
number. Then when they came back to me, because it takes like 6 months to come back to you, then I had more numbers. So I thought, okay, let's update it. I tried to do it again, and then I couldn't get the numbers the same. So it was
Okay.
it was different. So
Would it
I
be
did every.
would it be in any issues at all? Because I speak to the e-logbook technician, and he said that there is duplication of my appendix number in the operative group. He removed it, this duplication, and number go back the same as my logbook. But after a couple of weeks, it duplicate again. So would it be any issues if you submit a logbook different from your?
I don't think, as long as all of them like more than 1200, and there is not much discrepancy. So it's not like one report is showing 1800 operation and report is showing like 1200. So as long as
So one
there is no,
will show roughly about 300, 1300, and the other one will show 1400 because it's appendix 130 something. You just duplicated.
I think most important is you make sure. So basically, what I would do is go through every. So this full logbook, go through every page. Make sure that you don't have.
So the logbook is correct. The logbook number is correct.
Okay.
Okay.
And
And when I don't like this, the number is correct. It's just in the operative group report.
I see. Yeah, it was making the same problem for me, but the discrepancy was only like 20 or 30 procedure. It wasn't 100. So I don't think it should make an issue as long as this. I think this is, if they catch you on anything, it will be on this one, on this validation worksheet.
Yeah, they have already.
Yeah, that's a problem. So if you, what I would do, because I thought hard about how do they, when everyone started talking about, like, they now ask about unbundling, how would they know? So I think that because this is how it looks like, I think they don't have access, by the way, to your logbook.
I think as you said, it's same date, same age, and an operation that can be divided, like you say, AOA and hemorrhoidectomy, laparotomy
Yeah.
and Hartmann. Yeah, stuff like this.
Yeah. So yeah, this is, I think what I would do is basically I would go through every page of this and make sure that there is nothing like both of them showing. And
Okay.
if there is, even by coincidence, let's say, because it can happen by luck, you can have the same age on the same day.
Yeah.
So I would try to do something to change that.
I have to remove few of restrictions
Yeah.
because I think 2 or 3, because 2 right hemi, 2 61 or 63 at the same day.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go as much as removing because numbers are precious. Some people would not get enough numbers. So I think if you change the date, like for example, one of the start of the year, one of the end of the year, or like sort of that, then it should change by 1 year at least. So
Okay.
at least I don't think this would be like anything like they say this is not honest. If you have done 2 resections on the same day.
I have the op notes. I have, you see, the theater list. I have everything. But the problem is
Yeah,
it
but the
doesn't come
problem is
back to you.
yeah, it doesn't come. The problem with the CESR, there is no, once it goes into a Royal College, this is a dark tunnel. It goes into it and you have no say over it. So, and the ones who catch the unbundling are not the GMC. Usually it's the Royal College. These are the ones who come back with that. So you have no say, you can't debate, you can't provide more evidence. So just try to avoid the headache. And like just change by 1 year or something, just only to avoid that problem. Um, and if you have more enough numbers and you can remove one of them, that's fine. But I think it will be a problem for most people to get the enough numbers. But this is, I think, how they would basically catch it. And you have to be very careful nowadays because basically they ask, the problem with any recommendation, you can do it without a timeline, but when they catch you in the logbook, they say you need 6 months or 1 year, and this complicates things really. So try to avoid being having a recommendation on logbook. It's not a nice one.
I have already that. So they asked me to unbundle it, and this is what I'm doing back in again.
Yeah. I remember you told me. Just for the rest of the group, try to get your logbook right from the first time to avoid the problems.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you, Mohammed.
No worries.
It was very helpful.
Okay, so if no more questions, then thank you guys. I hope it was useful. Happy to, if anyone has any questions later, they can ask on the group. I can answer or someone else can answer. And I think the next one we will have is basically, I think Renor was planning one on CPDs and PBAs and how to do them. I think in first or 2nd of November it should be. So we'll keep you posted.
Thank you, Mohammed. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.